What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like Sheryl Swoops is back in Indiana Fever news because she just weighed in on Christi sides being fired, and she had a lot to say about the way they handled Kelsey Mitchell contract. Guys, we finna unpack it all. For this one here, we gotta go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. A matter of time before the serial hater Sheryl Swoops weighed in on a situation involving Indiana Fever coaching staff. That is Christi sides being fired about a week ago, and Stephanie White making her way all the way up to Indy. Now, we know Connecticut Sun reporter Tarika weighed in on the situation on another podcast a few days ago, pretty much a little salty about her leaving Connecticut. People can say what they want. Go back and look at the whole thing. They were salty. Well, Tarika and Sheryl Swoops got a show called Levels with Sheryl Swoops and Tarika speaking about it again. Now, I believe this show might have been filmed a day or two before Stephanie White actually announced that she was going to be taking over the coaching job in Indiana. But at the end of the day, everything they said in this clip here is all adding up to be a big conspiracy on the behalf of the Indiana Fever, pretty much conspiring to get rid of Christi sides and let Stephanie White take over. And I just find that to be completely ridiculous, bro. There was no conspiracy at all, bro. This is what it was. Christi sides was not a good coach. We all synced it displayed. And for Sheryl Swoops to sit up here and act like, damn me, Christi sides was Phil Jackson is completely ridiculous. Bro, y'all gotta hear this. She basically said Christi sides did a marvelous job. Like, she just can't believe she was let go. Oh, and how the organization is completely handling Kelsey Mitchell contract situation is completely ridiculous. I'm done talking. Y'all have to see this. Roll the footage, man.
Expectations of, well, you got Caitlyn at the number one pick. So you guys, because there were people who were saying they should win the championship. Now, y'all, be real, be realistic. I was very realistic. Yeah, they should make the playoffs, which they did. And for the most part, I totally agree with you. I think Christi did as good of a job as she could have. Managing all of the craziness, all of the Caitlyn mania, all of the hype, all of the media. It was just so much that came with that.
Yep.
And then, personally, here's where I think they didn't do a very good job, and that was with Kelsey Mitchell, who's an unrestricted free agent, because Kelsey Mitchell had a hell of a season this season. And I don't think she got the credit that she deserved. But you said it. There was so much she had to deal with and manage, not just Caitlyn, but Kelsey and Alyssa and Erica Wheeler, just everybody.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be and coaches play a big part of that. I know I read where someone was like, Dawn Staley, Dawn ain't coming to coach in the W. Y'all can leave that alone.
Dawn ain't coming to coach. Listen,
y'all can leave that one alone.
Dawn had already told me straight up to her, out her mouth, I'm good where I am.
We know. We know. I would be too. But, you know, when I look at the coaches who got fired or agreed to part ways, do I think Curt Miller will end up in one of these coaching positions? I do, just because he's Curt Miller. Some people think he's a good coach. Some people don't. I personally don't really care one way or the other. But the one that is interesting to me, and I want to get your thoughts on it, is Christi sides. Does Christi end up somewhere this year or not? And before you answer and respond, I want to say this. If I'm Christi, I feel some type of way. I do. You had the beginning of the season. Yeah, they started out, played like shit. You had people saying, fire Christi, fire Christi. Then you get the Olympic break. They come back. Indiana Fever is a completely different team. And a lot of people are like, well, that wasn't Christi, that was the players. Well, yeah, the players played. But as a coach, you also have to find a way to put players in positions to be successful, right? The coach does play a part, whether people want to give him credit or not.
Yep.
But to do what she did this year with that team, with all the fans coming for, it just was ugly, right? It was just ugly. But for her to be able to do what she did with that team, get them to the playoffs since 2016, I believe, was the last time they were in the playoffs. And then the season's over, and you wait until a few days ago to say thank you, but no thank you.
So it is not lost on me. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but it's not lost on me that the day after Christi Sides is let go is the day that Stephanie White stepped down from coaching in Connecticut. Now, I do know that there was a family issue that was going on. She, was clearly upset during her coach's exit interview. We haven't seen Lisa Salters on the sideline for Monday Night Football. For anyone who's living under a rock, they're a couple. So something is going on, right? And in the conversation, it was, I needed to make a business decision, but this decision was also very personal, right? So respect for whatever it is that they got going on and whatever they're going through. And I hope that they all and their family will be fine. But common sense leads me to believe that whatever the reasoning was that would lead her to leave Connecticut could very well mean she's headed back to Indiana. And if you are Indiana in your mind, I'm sure you're thinking a little bit more of a proven coach versus a new coach, right? But I will also say, and I'm going to play devil's advocate, and this isn't personal because I love Stephanie. Stephanie's awesome. But if I'm playing devil's advocate, I'm also thinking, all right, when you coached in Indiana, you had a team that was already kind of put together. When you came to Connecticut, you had a team that was already put together. This right here is an opportunity for you to kind of flex your chops a little bit if you can. Because while Indiana is in a better place, assuming that she goes to Indiana, it's still not a fully put together team. You still have some chemistry issues that you got to figure out. You still got to figure out what's going on in terms of your free agents, because Kelsey Mitchell is an unrestricted free agent. Erica Wheeler is an unrestricted free agent. Timmy Fingbinley is an unrestricted free agent. And we still don't know if Nalissa Smith is going to stay or try to leave. So you still got some things that you've got to figure out with this Indiana roster. So I think it's an interesting position to be in, because it's an opportunity for her to kind of shut the naysayers up that may exist to say, well, Stephanie, you ain't really coached your own team just yet, right? At the same time, I feel you if I'm Christi Sides. I too would feel away.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted to let me go, you should have did that shit weeks ago and not
when the season was over.
When the season was over. That's number one. Number two, lest we forget, Christi's only been at this team 2 years.
Only 2.
This is only her second season as a head coach. And who in the hell knew that she was going to have to deal with all of the stuff she had to deal with coaching a team that has Caitlin Clark on it? Because let's be honest, there is an additional set of challenges that comes along with coaching a player with that level of stardom. You got to manage the distractions.
Yes, ma'am.
You got to manage the team.
Yes,
you got to
ma'am.
manage the media. You got to manage all of that.
Now, I am here to tell you, bro, based off that footage there, both of them women is tripping. Now, we know damn well Christi Sides wasn't no Phil Jackson or don't need to be on that level of coaching. She definitely don't need another shot to coach again. Maybe she could be an assistant or something like that, but she definitely got to get in the lab, work on some things before she take over a complete basketball team. I just got to be honest. I'm not trying to be a Christi Sides hater, but I'm just keeping it all the way 100, bro. She got to get in the lab and work on some things. Now, with all that being said, for them to sit up here and say that Stephanie White made it seem like it was a family thing and kind of step down to this, all is BS, bro. All this gossip surrounding why she left Connecticut. At the end of the day, she's from Indiana. Indiana is her home. That's where she deserved to be, dog. And it was great to hear her not say nothing bad about Caitlin, but I'm here to tell you, you got DJ Currington poking people in the eye. Y'all trying to suplex people on the basketball court. Y'all look like a UFC fighting team instead of a basketball team. I just got to keep it real. Stephanie White got the hell out of Dodge, and she went all the way up to Indy. She basically went home, bro, where the sun is shining bright with a young core group. Now, at the end of the day, I don't believe Kelsey Mitchell was going to leave. I believe Kelsey Mitchell was going to get this contract situation done. I believe they're going to keep her. At the end of the day, if she does decide to leave, so be it. We move on to the next player. But I'm telling you right now, this is not finna stop no train rolling in Indiana. Get down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because you want to know why. Because I'm going to bring you the news. And until next time, now, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out. Shake the haters off.